Welcome back, everybody. So this video is a bit demacar. I am trying to record as much as I can, but quite frankly, I don't plan my videos that well. I just record what I do while I'm doing it, and then when I edit, I'm trying to figure out how to make it all into a coherent video, which is a lot harder than you might think. So I started this job, or this color job specifically, with just 1 liter of the color that I chose and bought off Takealot to see how it sprays and whether I'm happy with it. And I was, but then my spray gun backed up, so I started using my dad's gun, which also sprayed okay, but you'll see soon it leaked paint everywhere. And then I had to go buy another one, which I'm quite happy with right now.
So this was not only the cheapest one the hardware store had, it is also the only one they had. So I did spray some clean paint thinner through it to just make sure it didn't have any factory grease or grime in it. But yeah, let's see how this goes.
You guys must remember that I really don't know what I'm doing. We did a lot of spray painting on the farm, but never to get a good finish. More care and maintenance of the farm equipment and implements, to give them longevity. Nothing like this. So I am figuring it out as I go along.
So I got my second can of paint, and the whole point of using a pre-mixed standard paint color was so that I don't have to have a problem with guy at the paint shop on a Friday not mixing stuff correctly. And when I open up this one, I hope it shows on the camera, it is a lot darker. I just hope it's just not mixed through properly or something. So I'm going to keep stirring it, and hopefully it comes around. I mean, just look at the difference there on my stirring stick. Oh, those droplets. It's way different, and it's also very, what's the opposite of viscous? It's very, very liquidy, runny. So I think there's something wrong with this batch. I'm going to take it back to the hardware store, unfortunately. Just wastes time.
Alright, so it is more than 2 months later now since I first started putting on the color. And since then, you saw the can of paint I got was all wrong. The hardware store did sort that out for me. Turns out the paint supplier messed that up. And but since then, my compressor also gave up. It is almost 13, 14 years old, so I suppose I can't complain. So I started phoning around and came across this company called Air Power in Belleville, and I don't get it. I don't understand why they went through so much trouble to help me out with my 2,500 Rand compressor. I swear the material and time that they put into it is probably more than the thing was worth, but they gave me such a good price that I couldn't justify going and buying something else. So really, really grateful to them. Fantastic service. Shout out to them. Please go and support them if you do need anything compressor related. Highly, highly recommend them.
Alright, so I think I'm done for today. I've got 2, in some places 3 light coats everywhere. I did put it on a little bit heavier here to see what it would look like. It's not great, but I'm learning. I think I'm gonna wait for it to cure properly overnight. Tomorrow do like a 800 grit or 1000 grit light sand, and then do another coat because there's quite another coat because there's quite a bit of junk that was lying on here that I missed when I cleaned. This came very nice. I'm very happy with what it looks like. Let me just find the light. See if I shine some light on it, it really looks very nice. Nice and even, no streaks. A little bit of junk here and there. But the one thing that I am going to invest in, okay, here I've only got 1 coat on. One thing that I'm going to invest in is a proper buffer slash polisher, which I think is going to be the move to get this look really nice. So yeah, very happy with what it looks like. Inside came super nice. Very happy. Roof's only got 1 coat, but yeah, I did the floors, so then I couldn't get in again to paint another roof coat. The floors have got 2 coats for the most part. Boots inside also came out super nice. Really happy with what it looks like for my cheap setup. I think this is going to be awesome. Yeah, now I am high as a kite. Gonna take a couple of deep breaths, and then tomorrow is another day. Alright, so it's the next day. Everything is, fairly dry. If you pinch it with your nail, you can still feel, it gives away a little bit, so it's not fully cured. What I'm going to try to do today, I'm probably going to regret it. I've got some 1200 grit sandpaper. I'm actually going to lightly sand this to see if I can get rid of these grooves where I clearly, when I sanded the primer, I used a too lower grit sandpaper. So there's a little bit of grooves here as well as on the other side. The rest looks really good. I'm sorry I'm not filming enough. What I'm having to do while I work is I constantly have to hold my light with one hand and my spray gun with the other hand, so that I can actually see what I'm doing. So yeah, I can't hold the phone. This also looks very good. There's some dust and crap that fell on the paint after I sprayed, which I'm also going to try to get rid of now before I put on a final coat. Engine bay's done. I need to do one more coat, I think, just to make sure that it's got a thick coat, because it's going to take a beating. I took off the tape that covered the serial number or the chassis number and engine number. So I'm going to seal that now as well. Alright, so that worked very well. I took the 1200 grit paper on this little block, sprayed on it with my little water bottle, and then went over all of this very softly and gently, and it just took out all little dust specks and hair and bugs and crap that was on there. That's perfect now. And over here, all those deep grooves are gone, and if I put 2 or 3 nice coats on here, I'm sure it's going to look as good as I'm ever going to get it with that thing. So yeah, I'm very happy. I'm going to start up the compressor, lay a nice thick coat in the boot, do the roof, and then come and finish up, do the finishing touches on all the flat surfaces that are actually going to be exposed once the panels are on. All right. I don't understand it. I've been working on this car for about a year now, and I've spent hours and hours cleaning inside, and now
while I was spraying into those corners there, these bloody dirt dauber nests things flew out. So now I've got to clean that up first. It's a right mess. I did finish up the back. The roof's done its second coat. I'm not going to do any more. And the firewall is finished. I just need to do the footwells in front, left and right, as well as here under the seat. But need to clean that up first. Yeah, still a lot of paint in the air, but I'm super happy with how it came out. Everything is buttery smooth. I made one big screw up, and you can clearly see it there. I wasn't focusing, stood still for too long, made a big blob there. So I'm gonna have to wait for that to dry and sand it out and buff it out, but it should be fine. It's a thick layer of paint, I should be able to buff it out. Everything else looks super, super nice. Don't have my light with me, let me turn the phone's light on. Very, very, very smooth. It's still very wet, it's gonna level out more. I just put a drop coat on before turning off the compressor. It looks super, super nice. The door jambs really, really look nice. I don't know what I'm gonna do the white transition, because technically from there it's gonna have to be white. So I'm probably gonna have to work the tape in there somehow. But yeah, it looks super, super nice. I am now no longer afraid to do the big, flat, smooth panels. But that's another weekend's job, not this weekend for sure.